And then 3, 2, 1. There we are. We're live. Can you hear us?
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Mando Monday.
Yes, Mando Monday continues. Now it's your turn. I had we switch every other week. I had Mando Monday last week. Now it's you.
Yep. Now we are doing episode 5, which is the pirate episode. Getting a continuation of the pirates from the beginning of the season. And I like this episode. This episode was fun. This was a nice episode. It was good to get some, like, it kind of felt like we've been kind of like random story or something going on for a while. Like, we don't really know what's been going on now. We kind of like making some progress, or we have a heading, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of all over the place, but like, which feels weird, but at the same time, I mean, I like it because I'm enjoying all the stories. But yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah. But, and we're not just doing Mando, we're also doing like New Republic stuff. We're like getting more of that, which is, huh?
We're doing everybody but Mando this season.
Yeah, no, Mando's. It's not his show anymore. It's everybody's show.
Literally, his last show was on the Book of Boba Fett. That was his last show.
Mm-hmm.
He owned that one episode, became the Mando show, and then now he's old news.
Yeah, this is.
What is the heading?
Retake Mandalore, which we thought from the beginning, but now it's like officially, retake Mandalore.
Rose. There you are. Oh, no, you're right. Okay.
But, yeah, first things first, we got a cameo. We got a Rebels cameo. We got live action Zeb.
So when I was watching that, I did the watch party, and I had watched that first before Bad Batch, so I had comments hidden, so I couldn't see anything. So I saw that, I was like, I think it's Zeb. I don't know if it's Zeb, but like I couldn't reach chat for anybody to confirm it for me.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't get too excited afterwards, and when Mixie here confirmed for me that it really was him. So it was exciting.
And I remember like seeing that, I was like, oh, is it? I like, again, they don't. It was such a subtle cameo too. It wasn't like an in your face. It was just like, hey, I'm here and bye.
Yeah.
Apparently he's working.
He looked great in live action.
Yeah, he looked really good. And it's one of those things where it's like, I think they're starting to maybe go more back to some CGI creations. Because, like, Cad Bane looked alright, but there was still something a little off about the mask, the puppet, but he still looked good. But I feel like with some CGI enhancements, he could have looked better. Or something like that. But here, I think they went full CGI. I don't even think they had like any animatronics or puppets or anything. And yeah, Zeb looks... And it's kind of weird, because again, that was like the original Chewbacca design. So that's what the original Chewbacca would look like in live action, had George Lucas went with that design instead of the hairy Wookiee that we have. Yeah. And yeah, we got more of a. I keep forgetting his. It's like I'm gonna have to know this character, at some point, but I keep forgetting the rebel guy, the pilot that we're following now.
Hold on, I have it right here. Teva? Where is he?
Tevat?
Teva. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Teva or Captain Teva or Captain Teva?
Yeah.
Teva. EVA. So
yeah, he's starting to play a much more important role in this show.
Yeah, it's cool that we've seen him kind of here and there throughout the series, and
him
with Mando has kind of evolved, and
Dave Filoni cameo, buddy. Which
yes,
we saw Dave Filoni cameo again in this. He was the one with the hat when in the Zeb bar. And we also saw Deborah and
You want to know what's funny? I thought that was her, but it was so quick. I was like, no, it's
Yeah.
probably not. So I like talked myself out of it as soon as I saw her, but apparently it was her.
Yeah,
I
but
totally
yeah,
missed Dave though.
we saw we saw those pilots in them, and it was kind of interesting seeing like a, Republic bar or something. It was like just a place where everybody's just kind of sitting down, hanging out, nothing, doing nothing, just waiting for whatever. But this all happens because the pirates show up and attack Grief Karga's place. So that's like after all that hard work, he finally gets all blown up by some pirates, and it's
I
just
know
like,
it started just like destroying the place.
yeah.
And then Great Karga asks Captain Teva for help.
Yeah, and he's like, I do not ask for the New Republic's help lightly. It's like we're trying to be independent, but I need some help. And the guy's like, well,
Yeah.
we should help them. Like, they're asking for help. We should help. So, and I will say again, it's always funny because, I know it's Star Wars and they got hyperspace and everything, but it does feel like a time. It's always funny, like how much time passes on one planet, and then you're like on another planet. When you send a message, somebody has to travel all the way to Coruscant, which is like could be a couple of hours, 6 hours, something. Like, how long was Grief waiting for help before it finally showed up?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so he shows up, and we see more of the is it Elias or Ellis Kane? The Elias Kane?
Yeah. Sorry, Elia.
Elia Kane.
And that was Tim Meadows at the working there. I don't know if he was a rebel officer or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at him and I'm like, I know he looks familiar, but I can't. So I figured, oh well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. Maybe I haven't seen him in anything, but he looks familiar. And then I'm reading these articles, and it was Tim Meadows, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen him do anything in forever.
Yeah, and I was the exact same. I was like, I know you, but I can't remember where from.
Getting old.
But yeah, so she's like spying in on this conversation, and we kind of have some rebel and ex-imperial beef going on between when she's trying to like voice her imperial opinions that he's not the pilot's like, I'm not buying you. I don't trust you. I've only met you like for 2 minutes and I don't like you. But
yeah, well, they need to learn. They need to join the New Republic if they want to ask for help, and if they don't want to join, well, then we can't. Ooh, it's like she's just so good at this character. It's like, and it makes me feel real rage.
Yeah.
But I like her so much.
Yeah, and it's sad. And again, it's like we're seeing like New Republic's like, yeah, we can't help. It's like we can try, but it's gonna take like there's like a list of things, and it's just like, yeah, I know there's protocol, but you can't send anybody. It's rough when you like when now the job has rules. And
the first place I saw Tim Meadows was not Mean Girls. I grew up watching him on SNL.
Oh yeah.
Mean Girls came after. I don't remember.
I think
my time.
I think it was The Office. I think for me it was The Office that he showed up in. Yeah, it was like, I think.
I don't remember.
One of those.
But then again, it's been a while since I do.
But yeah, so the pilot decides to go recruit some help from the Mandalorians. It's kind of funny how they explain how he found them. At first I thought maybe he had Din's ship tagged, and it's like, oh, I can follow you anywhere. It's like, but then it's like, oh, R5. which means, like the Mandalorian, it's like, Mando's like, I'm trusting droids now. R5, you traitor! You ratted us all out.
That was fast.
But
and they were pissed because they were like, well, now we got to find we got to move the,
oh man,
everybody now.
We finally got used to our stinking planet full of critters that were trying to eat us all the time.
Glad. I'm like, good. You know what? You shouldn't be there in the first place. It's not safe, you psychopath. Oh my gosh.
Mandalorians, it's in the job title.
Oh, no big deal.
But yeah, I like how the guy's just like, yeah, I'm not telling you to go help. I'm just saying your friend's in trouble. I'm just trying to guilt trip you into saying, hey, do something for me because I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Mando's like, okay, well, he actually, yeah, there's a whole meeting. They have like this whole meeting with the mic, the hammer mic to explain their points. And yeah, Mando's like, okay, I know we've had problems with grief in the past. We've had some grief. But hear me out. He's offered us some land. We can take it. We can get off this rock and live in some place nice. In fact, let's live a place where children don't get snatched by monsters every day or something like that. What
a novel idea.
And, Paz Vizsla decides, I'm going to start speaking. And I'm going to say, I've seen some terrible things happen. I saw what happened on this planet. So why should we help? Oh, because we're Mandalorians and we love fighting. It's nice that we see him turn around. He's kind of like, you know what? I like you. We're bros now. You saved my son. I saved you with your son way back then. I saved the little foundling. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna go. So everybody suits up and squads up, and we start
off they go,
forming a plan to go Mandos versus pirates, and it was I really did like, again, it's just I love how we can kind of see them form a plan, and we can kind of see them execute the plan. Like we know what's gonna happen and what they plan to do, and it's kind of cool to see that instead of being questioning what they're doing, it's kind of we know what here's the Death Star plans. Mm-hmm. We go to them, we go down the trench, we shoot the thing. Okay, that's the plan. We don't have any questions about what the whole goal is. I also did like how even the monkey lizards, the Salacious Crumb, were like, hey, there's pirates over there. It's like they've been shooting at us. Even they're helping the Mandos.
Yeah.
And even it's like we see more of the Babu Freak aliens. Just ah! And yeah, so and I gotta say, I think it was intentional, but there was totally a Peter Pan references with those pirates. One of the Shmi or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And the captain, it was like, oh, that's cool. And I love Peter Pan, it's one of my favorites.
Aww.
I will say, for it being titled a pirate, I am disappointed we had no Hondo cameo. I was expecting a Hondo to show up in this.
I know, still. I'm like, this would have been a great time. I guess, they don't want to give us all, they don't want to give us everything all at once. They're just going to kind of drip feed us throughout each season. You get this cameo, then that cameo,
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, Hondo, he's right there. He's perfect for this. I know. I actually remember seeing spoilers. Not spoilers. Spoilers, but I didn't quite get I was lucky enough to not get a glimpse because it was Zeb spoilers. But I thought it was Hondo spoilers because it was the pirate of the story. So luckily, I was not spoiled on Zeb, but I thought Hondo was going to show up too. So I was kind of...
Okay.
But yeah,
that would be cool.
Hondo might show up in these. It's actually we thought Zeb would show up in the Ahsoka, but now maybe it's like Hondo would show up in the Mandalorian, but maybe it's a switch. They're just here, you get this person, you get this person. Nobody shows up where they're supposed to be.
Maybe he'll show up in the finale. Hondo likes to kidnap Jedi, so maybe he'll kidnap like Grogu or something in the finale.
I would honestly love for Hondo and Grogu, like Hondo was just like cradling, just like, oh, you're too adorable. Even he starts to like love like Grogu. I can't sell you.
It's like a lightsaber. Oh, he never got a lightsaber.
Hondo?
I'll sell your armor. I'll sell
Grogu.
Nope. Grogu.
Yeah. Yeah, Grogu's. I gotta say, Grogu's gotta be pretty strong now. Like he's like carrying this whole giant. He's getting more pieces of heavy armor for a little baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they.
Mandalorian pirate.
Yeah, no, that's. I feel like again that's Grogu's future is to be the Jedi Mandalorian after the sequel trilogy is to be the maybe the Mandalorian ends with Din's story and then we get the Mandalorian we continue the Mandalorian but it's like the Mandalorian 100 years later and it's Grogu teenage years or he's like sitting on the throne because he's like the leader because Bo-Katan and Bo and Din have passed away, so now he's inherited with the Darksaber and the Mythosaur.
I can't handle any more deaths.
But yeah, we have honestly, I really enjoyed this action sequence, and it was... But, so they defeat the pirates, and manage to save the day. And doing so, of course, they are honored by Greef Karga. He's like, yeah, you live here now. You have a home here. And it's honestly like, yeah, fair trade. Good. Nice homely spot. I mean, there's still critters here, but, you know, they're less... we can handle them better than... We know this planet better. But then...
Yeah, it's a little safer than the other one.
Yeah. And I will say I was actually kind of surprised that they did like take down all of the pirates. Like they didn't like they took down the ship and everything and I was like I thought they would more like commandeer like capture it or something. But
yeah.
But yeah. But after this victory, Bo gets a call from the armorer who is like yeah, you're really helping us out here, and I like you, so remove your helmet. And I was like, say what? This is, what? Like, Bo was like, is this a trick?
I was kind of surprised. Like, what's going on?
Like, this is not the way. So are you tricking me? Are you testing me? I love how, like, even when she finally, like, takes it off, like, she looks so vulnerable. Like, she looks like a child who's, like, ready to be punished. Or it's like, I did what you said, but...
Yeah.
It's like... But yeah, so... Armor basically explains, like... We're gonna make a new way, or you walk both ways, because you are Mandalorian, because you definitely were royal, and you led, but you... also have been part of us, so you've now permission to walk both ways. You can take off your helmet freely. But you need to also bring in, because you need to bring in others so that we can add them to our cult, so we can add more to our way.
Expand the cult.
Yep. I was actually...
This is a valid question.
Karga's robe droid survive? I hope so.
We didn't see that. I mean, these are significant questions. We need to know.
Yeah, it's like, what is your purpose? To carry my robe. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, so Bo has now been ordered to in a way of retaking Mandalore. We need you to go get all the Mandalorians because you've seen the Mythosaur. You earned like also that's you've been chosen in a way. So go out, find the Mandos and bring them here so we can all expand and retake Mandalore and all that sort of stuff. And Bo's like, yeah, cool, I'll do that.
What is she going to do, argue with her? I would not want to argue with her.
Yeah, no, like... But it's just like, oh, you know what? So I feel like Bo's also like, I'm starting to like you guys. You guys are cool. you guys like me and I like you. Let's do it.
She has.
And then at the end, the pilot finds a abandoned Lambda shuttle that apparently was carrying Moff Gideon, and apparently this is we have proof that Moff Gideon was somehow freed and escaped and did not make it, but it seems that his liberators, I guess, were Mandalorians or something to do with Beskar.
Yeah.
Which I wonder, is this a red herring, like a planted bit of evidence, like it's not actually the Mandalorians, but it's like something that they use to make the Mandalorians look like it was them.
I had wondered the same thing.
Yeah. Or
but
when
it was Mandalorian, like you said, somebody may have planted the evidence.
Yeah. Or, and I think this is more likely, we have traitorous Mandalorians, because there have been Mandalorians that joined the Empire before. So these ones, and these ones could have been the one that followed Bo. Like, Bo might be bringing in, and this is unfortunate, she might be bringing in traitors that could completely undo everything. Like, she can't win! Why can't she win? She's gonna, like, this is gonna so backfire on her, it's not her fault.
Yep.
But yeah, and that was this episode, and I really like this episode, and again, I'm getting more and more excited for what, like, there's just so much, what's gonna happen, But, yeah. So.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Like I said, we're getting a little bit here and a little bit there in each episode, like, a little bit about this person, a little bit about that person, oh, we're gonna bring back this person, but it's all enjoyable. Like, even though it's kind of all over the place, like, it's still...
We only have, what, three? Three left?
What if the Beskar was... I don't remember. What if the Beskar was played by an especially smart and clever person with red hair and has been the hand of grumpy old men? Imagine if Mara Jade freed him.
If we get Mara Jade, I will be so happy. Because...
You're gonna get a lot of happy people.
Yeah, I also wonder, like, who could it be? And if it's like, we get Mara Jade, that means we could actually have Mara Jade and Luke happen. Still. Maybe in a different way, not the exact same way. But... maybe.
They could just... That would be... I would make so many fans happy. Like, yeah. I love how here and there we get, some canon, listen to me, so Legends characters.
Yeah. They'll be canon. They will... But... Yeah, it was actually, like, honestly, this was a very simple episode. There wasn't really, like, a whole lot to it in detail. But it does give us a lot to look forward to, I will say. There's things that could happen from this episode, and I'm curious to see what those things will be.
Yeah. No. Hey, I can speculate with the rest of them. Yes, you can. And you can convince people too.
But I will say, if they've been really good at keeping Mara Jade a secret. I mean, they've been honestly really good at keeping secrets most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as you don't seek out spoilers,
Mhm.
like you're fine.
But
Like I said, I'm on Reddit. But the Reddit I'm on is Bad Batch. Um,
yeah,
I'm not on Twitter that much,
I
so I don't know. You
remember.
just find it.
Yeah, I remember like Boba Fett and I don't. Well, Boba Fett kind of was hinted at, but there was like Ahsoka. Ahsoka actually was already kind of bigly revealed because of toy sales. And there was like some accidental reveal for her. But yeah, Mandalorian's been good at keeping things like Grogu and Thrawn. Like, I'm curious, yeah, if they have and Luke especially. Like Luke was the like big one.
Yeah.
So I
And
am
even like the crew,
the what? Oh yeah,
a
the
lot
crew.
of like the like was when they were had like they had it as Plo Koon.
Yeah, I
Or
even
like it was,
yeah, I even just saw a video of like Katie Sackhoff talking about like, okay, so here's this guy, he's gonna have dots on his face and he's gonna be Plo Koon. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she actually watched the episode, Plo Koon, Dave Filoni, Plo Koon. You liar. Yeah, Cad Bane too. Cad Bane was also a surprise. And Beck. Yes, Beck. Beck was also a good surprise. So yeah, Mandalorian's like really good at that. And which is I will say that's gotta be such like does Disney have like a prison that if you that's like or like some kind of like if you say anything you go in Disney jail or something. It's gonna be so yep. Anything else?
huh?
Anything
So
else?
that's really it for me. Like I said, I wasn't too much in this episode, so
Yeah. All right. I guess that's all for this discussion of Mando Monday. We will be back again on Nerdy's side to discuss the next Mando Monday for episode
Yes.
6. And we have only 3 episodes left, right? So we'll have yeah. It feels weird that it's like again we're almost done. Like
I know it's gone by fast.
yeah. Yeah, no NDAs, which that's those could be. Those, I like those. I understand that like that's the prison, but still, it's like things can happen. What happens if it slips? Like, what's the fallout of that? Probably still not good, but still, it's interesting.
That could be legal action.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be fined, or
Yeah.
aside from being fired, you get fined and
Fined, fired, probably blacklisted too. That could be that's the worst.
make your whole career. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, don't say anything. But yeah. All right. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and we'll see you there in the next episode discussion. Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching.